Cats and Kittens.
Hang on, what are you doing here? No, wait, right. This is my video. Get away. Ugh. Hey all you cool cats and kittens, welcome to Year 10 project work. Now last week we did exam questions and they were amazing, you did such a good job, Miss Horn was so impressed. It was really great work, well done. This week we're going to look at something a bit different and we're going to go on for international trade. So let's get started very, very quickly. So we're going to look today at basically what is the point of trade. Why can't we just have everything that we want from England? And if we look at the world, there's loads of different places and loads of different things and loads of things that grow in different places. For example, I really like pineapples, but you can't really grow pineapples in the UK, so we have to ship them in from near the equator. There's paper, grows really well along this kind of line. There's some good trees for paper, so we tend to buy all our trees from up there to make our paper with. Coffee grows around the equator, so any countries along this line grow coffee really well, and that's what we quite like. And so that's kind of the point today of looking at, well, why do we trade with other countries? What is the point of that? But we're also going to look at what the problem with that is as well. So your task today, there's a Word task sheet that will be in the description that you can link to, but it's a bit hands-on of what you've got to do. I have usually I've been doing one creative task, one exam questions task. There are a couple of questions at the end here, but they're not going to be marked. It's just to show understanding. So the first thing I want you to do is look at your last 4 meals, and then I want you to figure out where they came from. Classic example is if you had pizza last night, well, that originated as an Italian dish. You might have to do a little bit of research. You might know them off the top of your head. So research where your last 4 meals came from. Once you've done that, I want you to list the last 4 films that you watched. And then I want you to have a look at where they were made. There might be some surprises there. The last 4 films I watched were all Star Wars films. And if you look at that, they're actually classified as British films because many of them were filmed in the UK. And they're not necessarily the newer ones of it. Well, maybe. Have a look. But the original 3 were made in the UK and they're classed as British films, which is weird. But anyway, have a look at where the last 4 films you watched were made. I then want you to go through your clothes, look at your shoes, your phone, your laptop, and I want you to write down where they were made. I've been getting back into listening to my original 2004 iPod, and on the very back there it says, designed by Apple in California, assembled in China, which means that this was made in China. So I wouldn't have my iPod without trade with China. I've got my Huawei phone here. Does it have anything on there? It says down here, yep, made in China. So have a look at all your clothes as well, your shoes, where were they made, and write a list. And there's kind of, you can take this quite far if you want to look at all the different things in your home that usually have a made by label on the back. And you'll be able to see how much of your house comes from overseas. So once you've done that, the next thing I want you to look at your playlist on Spotify. Where were the last 4 acts from? So if we look at mine here, I've got currently listening to Oasis. I don't know if you see that. So they're British. The next is T-Rex, I think American. Muse, American. Fatboy Slim, British. So I've got a whole range there. So have a look at the last 4 acts and where are they from. Now, the whole point of this, some of you may have jumped ahead and already know exactly where we're going from this, is to show kind of what are the benefits of trade. That you guys in your home, you've got TVs, you've got iPods, you've got clothes, and it's, probably something to do with cost. Have a think about that. So I don't want to go too deep into that, but you should be able to answer now what are the benefits of trade. But the harder question that I want you to really think about is this: who is losing out from this trade? If I'm buying my iPod from an American company that was made in, and the device was made in China, who's losing out from that? There are a group of people who are not happy with me buying a Chinese product from an American company. Can you think about who that is? If I'm buying my apples from France, who's not happy about that? And I don't want this to get political. I want you to think of in terms of business, in terms of this flow of money. If people are getting my money, who's not getting my money? And that's what I want us to focus on here rather than the politics of it, please. So there you go. There's a worksheet as well to get on with. You can type up on the word sheet. Any questions, please holler at me or Miss Horn. I hope you're keeping well, and I hope you're really excited about half term next week. And the possibility of seeing you all again. Yay, go government. All right. Big fan of all your work. Speak to you later.